Good morning, everyone. This is Jacob Folger, artist sculptor, and today we're going to make a cat on a rock. And I want to show you a few of my cat designs. This is one. That's polymer clay. This is polymer clay. Cat playing guitar, leaning against the rock, singing. This one is air dry clay, self-hardening clay. And this one is polymer clay, little meditating cat. And yeah, and I also this Sunday I spent all day working on this piece. So that was really a lot of fun. I mean, it has a lot of stuff in it. It was clay and wire and paint and acrylic markers, and oh my god, it was really crazy. And then stuff on the computer and cell phone photography and just crazy. But it was a lot of fun. It's a nice piece. I like it. Anyways, so I thought I'm still got cats on my mind, so let's make a cat. The first thing we gotta do is seal the rock. I use Golden GAC 100. Just makes the rock less porous. You can use paint, polyurethane, varnish, other acrylic products. Acrylic dries faster, so polyurethane and varnish and those sort of things, they dry really slow. So, you know, just keep that in mind. One coat is usually good enough. Okay, so if your if your stone doesn't stand up on its own, well, it has a little flat spot, but it's kind of unsteady. You can take a piece of clay. This is polymer clay, Sculpey 3. It's a type, and it's really good for sculpting on rocks. So I'm going to decide how I want it, and then I'll go on the back. And just push in, store the clay, and push it into the back. This way you won't see the clay, and then you just while pushing downwards on the clay, you kind of push the clay into the stone. And you want it leaning back a little bit so that when the finished piece is done, the rock doesn't fall forward. So that's kind of cool. And you can just kind of make it nice, you know, make it smooth and blend it into the stone. And yeah, so that's pretty nice. Until now, it will stand up on its own. And so with the clay, you want to knead it, stretch it, fold it on itself. Do that for a few minutes before you start sculpting with it, okay? I already did that a little earlier. Okay, we're going to start off with a ball of clay. I'm going to be doing the simple shape sculpting technique that I teach. So, it'll be really easy for you guys. I'm going to hold it between my fingers like this and roll it back and forth. And what this does is it kind of creates the head, the beginning of the head, the neck, and the beginning of the body. Now what I'm going to do is take my thumbs like this and press in. That creates the shape of the eyes and the beginning of the nose. I'm going to roll the little ball and put it right here at the tip of his nose, like that. And then I'm going to blend that in with my thumb. So it should look something like that. Okay, now I'm going to take 2 balls. I want to make them the same size. And this can be for the little whisker area. So I'll make them the same size. I'll make that a little bit smaller. There's 1. There's 2. I'm going to put it right here and right here. And then blend that in. And if you can't get to it with your fingers, you can use a tool. But I strongly encourage you to use your fingers as much as you can, because that's what you need to do to get used to sculpting. And get used to working with your fingers. Now I'm going to take the ball tool and I'm going to press in to create the eye socket. And I want this cat to be maybe a little stylized, a little bit more fun. I'm going to make his eye sockets pretty big. I want him to have big eyes. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. Then I want the holes to be the same depth and same distance apart, and look like that. Right. Now I'm going to take a little bit of clay and I'm going to start the eyeball. And I'll put it in there, but then I'll take it out. And I'll make a ball just like that, same size. Like that. And I'll put it back in. And put this one back in. Now I'll take a sculpting tool like this. And I'll put a pupil in his eye. Just by basically pressing into the clay. Like that. And the same on the other side. So it should look like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take a noodle of clay, starting with a ball, and then roll it into a noodle, like that. And I'm going to put it over his eye, like that. And that's his eyelid. Then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And then I'll blend that in to the top of his head. Now, you wouldn't want to sculpt a cat on a rock if you're using self-hardening clay or air-dry clay, because the clay would crack when it shrinks. If it shrinks. Some clays don't shrink. You want to see if it shrinks, and if it does, then you want to be careful about doing that, because you'll have cracking. But what you could do is you could sculpt it, and then when it's all done, you could press it onto the rock so that it's shaped to fit on the rock, and then take it off the rock, and when it's dry, glue it to the rock So that is something you definitely can do, okay? That's not a problem. But you don't want to sculpt it on the rock. Well, that's what we got so far. Okay, so I added a little bit of clay to his body. I scored both parts. It wasn't filming. I thought it was taping. It wasn't. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, so when you're doing two pieces, you want to score. Now I'm going to put him on the rock. And so when I do that, I want to score real deep on the bottom of his body. Like that. Really deep. And then I will put him on the top of the stone and I'll kind of twist while pushing him down against the stone. Goes like that. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to put his bottom mouth on, his bottom jaw. So I'll take a little ball like that and press it up underneath there. Try to get that on before you put them on the rock. It'll be a little bit easier on you. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now I decided I was thinking what to do with it. I like my cats or my animals or whatever to be doing something, you know. So I think I'm going to make him a book reading cat. So, of course, we need to do his legs and all that. So what I do is I start with a ball of clay, like that, and I make two the same size. About the same size, like that. And then I roll it into a noodle. I really have to do that off camera, I'm sorry about that, but something like that. I roll the other one. These are going to be his legs. So, let's see. I'll bend it a little bit to give it a knee, like that. And then I'll just press it in to his body like that. And we'll decide the position of the legs in a minute. So it is best to score. I didn't just then when I put that on there, but yeah, I mean, ideally you do a score. Okay. Well, you know, I do this a lot. This is kind of a fun thing to do. You bend the leg a little bit like that, and then put it up on his other leg. That's kind of a fun position. It's not too hard to do, and it's kind of fun. And then you can take this leg and just press it into the rock. And you come around back and blend it in. Blend it on the sides. Kind of like that. And you can add clay for his foot. Take a ball of clay. Place it like that. Blend it in. Kind of like that. So it looks like this. Blend this in. Now, one thing I was thinking, a lot of you guys come out with really lumpy, bumpy pieces, and I really don't get it, because really what you should be doing while you're sculpting your pieces is smoothing while you go, and it's not hard to do that. You can take your thumb and just run it over it like that. It really works. I actually have a tutorial on smoothing polymer clay. It really works to take the time and do this with your thumb. You can also pat it. Like if it's lumpy, you can just take your thumb and do this, and it will smooth it out. Take your time to do that and work on it while you're making the piece. There's no reason why you guys should have bumpy, lumpy pieces. Really, honestly. And use the recommended clays. Don't make your own. Don't buy some knockoff brand. Make your, buy clays that are recommended by the artist that's teaching you. We use the clays for a reason. We sculpt in clays that are good products. Okay. That's enough of my lecture for today. Okay, I'm going to make the book, so I'm starting off with a ball of clay, and I start to flatten it, almost like that, and then I squeeze like that on both sides, and it makes it kind of square like that. It looks like that. And then I'll take a sculpting tool and put a mark right there in the center. So it looks like that. And then I'll kind of rock it back and forth, and it kind of rounds it. It looks like that. And then I'm going to score the bottom of it where it's going to join his leg. And score his leg. And I'm going to put it on there. And kind of press it into place. Then I'm going to take my sculpting tool and I'm going to make a mark like that. And then I'm going to take my sculpting tool and I'm going to carve in little lines for the pages, just to give it kind of a hint of pages. You can kind of steady it with your hand like that. And then just do that dividing line again. And then do it around the side as well. And here. And here. Just to give a little bit of definition. Kind of like that. So that's how it should look. Okay, so I'm going to put the arms on, so I'm going to start with 2 noodles of clay. And I think what I want to do is make him kind of a thinking cat at the same time. So I'm going to score here. And I'm going to score here. And then I'm going to score with doing his body. And I want it coming up on his face, his hand. So let me score there a little bit. And I'm going to put the arm on, bend it like that, and then kind of put it like that. Well, he's sitting there. That's kind of cool, huh? And then I blend it in the back. Kind of like that. Makes it a little bit more interesting. And then I'll get the other arm. And let's see, I think actually I'm going to make his tail next. I'm going to take a new little clay, come around back, and I'm going to score the tail where it's going to go on the body, score his butt. Put it on. Blend it in. And bring it around. And maybe have it go off that way a little bit. And then I'll do his arm. Score that. And put it on. Maybe have it resting on his foot like that. Well, that's kind of fun, huh? A lot going on there. That's fun. Okay, we're going to make his ears. So starting with 2 balls the same size. Roll it into a cone shape like that. And kind of squeeze it and shape it to be an ear. You take your thumb and press here, creating a little ridge. Is that too big? Maybe too big. Let me make that a little bit smaller. So off of the ball. Pinch it, shape it, squeeze it here, put a little bib on it. Kind of like that. And take a little clay off this one and do the same thing. Okay. Maybe squeeze it, you put a little bib on it like that. And make sure they're both the same size, like that. And then take the sculpting tool and score it. Score where it's going to go. Put it on. Like that. and then blend it in. Use a ball tool. Whoops. Just steady his head, you know, with your fingers. Don't squeeze now. Don't squeeze. You'll mess him up. And then just use a tool to blend it, or use your fingers. Ideally, use your fingers and just blend it all in. Okay, so here we go again. Oh boy. I got the sudden inspiration to throw a tree on it. I mean, why not, right? So, why not? It'll be fun. So I'm going to score the heck out of it. So this piece, I definitely am going to do texture on it. I'm going to do like hair, you know. It's pretty easy. You just take your sculpting tool and carve the surface. I do kind of pay attention to you know, what I'm doing. I don't just scratch, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's not that hard, so. Okay, so I'm gonna do the finish now, and I'm using Pearl pigments. And I think I'm going to do his eyes in green, his body in bronze, the book in silver, and probably the tree in bronze as well. And you can see how I did the texture. I mean, like his whisker area, I'm going in this direction. The eyebrows, I'm going this direction. The ears, I'm going in that direction. The arms going in this direction. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm just scratching randomly at it. So just keep that in mind. Take your time on it, you know? So I'm going to get another brush. I'll be right back. What I do is I get my brush a little bit wet and I just squeeze off the water. And I go into my color and I dab it off a little bit so it's not like all powdery and blowing dust everywhere. And then do his eyes first. So, very pretty. And I don't go into his pupil, I just do the whites of the eyes. I want that to be black in there so it looks like his eyes are alive, you know? Like he's really alive. That's the whole idea here. Looks like that. And that's just a little detail brush, you know. I take good care of it. I keep it covered and keep it in a special place so it doesn't get messed up. You know, so I can do eyes with no problem. Then I'm going to pick up another brush and I'm going to get it wet and squeeze off the water. And I've got antique bronze here. And I'm just going to go over him. You know, I do try to not put it on too heavy. Just kind of going for more of an antique look. I'm just going to do the front because I haven't finished sculpting the back yet. It's, I just love this finish. I mean, I did a frog recently in these earth tones, you know. And it was fun, but, you know, I just don't really care for that. Not for this, you know, I mean, I really appreciate the Pearl pigments. And the antique bronze is amazing, really. Yeah. So here he is. Looks pretty good. Turned out pretty good. He's was a fun sculpt. And so baking instructions will be in the video description down below the video with the tool and supply list. All that will be in there. And you know what I do with my sculptures that I make. I turn them into two-dimensional art prints and note cards and that sort of thing. And I want to share a few of those with you now. So that's a sampling of some of my recent designs. And I encourage you to visit my Etsy shop, where many are there, available as affordable prints. And soon I'll be offering a lot of them as note cards. And also, if you'll follow me on Facebook, I create new pieces every day and post there, and there's over 3,000 posts there on my Facebook page of all kinds of art that you can look in the photo section and just scroll the page. And that links for both the Etsy shop and the Facebook page will be in the video description down below the video. If you decide you'd like to make a cat like this, please send me a photo. You can message me on my email, which is in the About section on my channel at Jake Folger. And you also can message me on Facebook. And again, that link is in the video description. And if you like this kind of content, please give the video a like. Share it with your friends and family. And leave me a comment or question, and I will reply. And subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Hit the bell icon so you get a notification when I upload. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.